Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Armored Warfare replay brought to you by your old friend, Don't Fear the Reaper. Today, we're going to be talking about this new anniversary gift tank that Armored Warfare handed out today, the IS-7. Now, this is a Tier 3 premium tank that you had to play 5 games in a certain period of time during the anniversary celebration in order to get. And the question that's floating around is, well, is this thing worth it? And of course, the answer is a little more complicated than a straight up yes or no. This is one of those tanks that people either love or hate. And I think it really kind of comes down to what kind of trade-offs are you willing to make for a really powerful gun? Because this thing does have a good gun. If we look at the stats, you can see that, without any retrofits or any modifications, it does 335 alpha damage out of the box. Now that is the second best of all the Tier 3 tanks. Only the T-62 has better alpha, and it's on par with a lot of Tier 4 tanks. 242 millimeters of penetration is very respectable. The reload time is okay, especially for its tier. It does have a lot of hit points. Now, mine has a Mark III internal hull reinforcement, so it has a little more than out of the box hit points, but as it stands right now, this IS-7 has more hits than the M60A2, the Starship, does at Tier 4. Max speed 61.2 kilometers per hour. Don't believe it. Maybe on a paved road on a steep incline, but I haven't seen it do better than about 45 on a road. Acceleration, okay. Hull traverse is pretty bad. Camouflage, well, this is a World War II style heavy tank. Its camouflage is terrible, but you wouldn't expect it to be good. View range is respectable, 350 meters. The gun depression is bad. I mean, it's Chinese tank bad. Accuracy spread is okay. Aim time's pretty slow. When I work on this thing, when I retrofit it out, when I train the crew, that's what I'm going to key on is aim time and accuracy. The turret traverse is slow, but at least for me, this tank really seems to rise above its stat line. And there are several tanks that, to me, do that. And that's, I grant you, a very personal perspective. But that's the way I see it. So how does this thing play? Well, for me, it's played very well, and I'm going to run you through a replay, which was my second game in this tank on the Scorpio map. So let's get that fired up. Okay, now Scorpio, as a lot of you know, is really a map where tank destroyers tend to shine. And we don't have a tank destroyer in this particular map, although a BMP can do pretty darn well for itself. And what they do is they get up on that hillside down there along the south edge of the map, and just rake flanking fire into the bots throughout the whole of the game. Um, Here I am making a little pithy comment about how strong my tank is. With really at this point only one game to make that determination, because this is, like I said, my second game in this tank. So I'm going to do the traditional main battle tank thing and just kind of roll through the town, lighting up enemy tanks for the guys on the hill and just killing anything that I can. So getting ready to make the run off this road. You can see I'm going just this side of 40 kilometers an hour on the road, and that's been pretty typical for me. So here's a PT-76, and then artillery gets a little hit on me, not too bad. Laugh at that PT-76's gun from the front. Now, nobody on the team really seems to have taken that traditional tank destroyer role, working that hillside. The AFV seems to be in that little road at the bottom of the hill, but that's okay. We're doing good. Come around here and a 10P and a PT-76. Put a big old hit into the PT-76. Somebody polishes it off. That 10P just cannot hurt me from the front. Just kind of laugh at his autocannon. So, trying to get over here where hopefully I can get a shot at that artillery. But of course, 350 meter view range, it's going to be hard for me to make that spot. And an Object 155 manages to get through, so there's obviously a weak spot on the front that he can penetrate. I'll have to do some more research as to where that is. Because you have to make so many trade-offs with performance to get this gun, I'm not really sure that this is going to be a great choice for player versus player, but it's more than adequate for player versus environment, and we'll just have to see when Global Ops rolls around how well it does there. So I'm finishing off that M60. And then I'm going to come down here and take out one of the secondaries. As you can see, the struggling to keep going on this ice. That T-62 up there, he seems bound and determined to give the bots as many shots into his side armor as he humanly can. Not sure what's going on there. But he's about to be made to suffer for it. You cannot present your side to 3 enemy tanks and live for very long. And there he goes. So I'm going to try for a ram kill on this BMP. Very satisfying. And then see if I can get this secondary up here by the dam. Kind of expecting an enemy tank off to my right, and there is one. It's a 10P, and that 10P actually got some shots into my side armor and did not penetrate. So he's about to go bye-bye. And back to, where were we? Oh, yes, knocking off that secondary. There you go, get it. And we've lost our T-62, but everybody else is in good shape. Although that Type 59 just took a big old hit. And I see bots are coming down from the E line. They do that now. They don't necessarily wait for you to go spawn them. They'll come down on a timer now. Trying to line up a shot here on that. Yep, somebody got the 10Ps. Let's see if we can get the bagel. Yep, took a big old bite out of that bagel panzer. So, run up here and make sure we've gotten all of that late spawn out of there. Sheridan just took a big bite out of our starship. Ooh, somebody got me. Oh, that Patton. And he did manage to get through my flank, but he only did 167 damage, so we're still in good shape. And I think the starship actually polished him off for me, which is fine.
Incoming, incoming.
Now I'm going to get raked over by an Abbott, and I've decided I'm going to go get that Abbott and help knock off these 2 tanks down the road here.
Identified. Hostile tank.
So, Pac-10 on the road above me. I opt to leave him to my teammates because my blood is up. I really want that artillery. He is annoying me. But first we got to get that Sheridan out of there. He's playing footsie behind that bus, but to no avail. IS-7 does not care about bus. Alright, time to go hunt that Artie. Now I should have known exactly where he was from that trajectory, but at this point I'm still thinking he's up high. Don't know why, just in the moment that's where I thought he was. Our BMD-1 is starting to despair because we're down 3 tanks. Our starship is sitting clearly on the cap, and at this point I'm really hoping that I can get to the artillery before he caps out. Still looking for it, and it's starting to dawn on me that the artillery is not up here. So I go looking for him down across the map, and once I crest this ridge, there he is. Now with this thing's gun depression, I'm going to have to use the ridge to get my gun on him. While I'm concentrating on that, the starship is getting reset and driven off of the cap. And the timer is starting to get to be a bit of an issue, and the starship apparently got himself knocked off by that AMX 1090. So I am the sole survivor at this point, with the clock running down in a real insincere way. So this is going to be really, really tight. Now at this time I'm thinking I can still cap out, that I can fight these guys off from cap, but in reality probably it was too late even at this point. But we're going to make a good go of it, see what we can do here. As you can see, I'm doing like 45 on this road, dirt road. It's decent, but I mean, it's certainly nowhere near the announced 61 kilometers an hour top speed. Get that BMP out of there, and then a Bagel Panzer is threatening the flank of my tank. I do not have confidence that I can bounce him off my side armor, so I'm maneuvering. And I decide, just to heck with it. We're gonna push maybe take a hit or two and make our stand on the cap.
Hostile tank.
That was my thought process at this point. So we've got 3 tanks that I know about that have to be killed, and I've got 1 minute to do it. Now it's 2 tanks. Oh, and that Pac-10, he got a good hit in.
Identified.
Popped me for
Hostile tank.
200 points of damage. I got to get that guy out of there because he is hurting me. And there he goes. So now all I have is the Bagel Panzer that I know about at this point, but I got to go with what I know. And I look, and there's just no way. Capping is out of the picture. This guy has got to go.
Load AT.
And then I tank a shot, but I trap him up here under this tower so he can't run away from me. And I'm just backing up and pop him for 345. Try to do a little ramming damage, but all I really do is hold him in place. And whammo, get him, and with a big 6 seconds to spare, pull out the victory. So, how'd we do? Well, we did pretty darn well. And as you can see, second game in this tank, I just now got my first set of skills. We blue starred. We got Destroyer. We got Target, which shows that this gun is actually a little more accurate than advertised. Shooter. And I got Target. With my premium account, got a very respectable 2600 reputation, and we brought in 90,000 credits. And at this point, I don't think I have any boosts going. Of course, I do run a premium account, but very respectable, very respectable. So I am not unhappy with this tank at all. And so my personal rating is I give it a thumbs up. I like it. I mean, I'm one of the ones who's willing to overlook its very obvious faults for its very, very obvious advantages. As to whether that's true for you or not, give this thing a few games and make the determination for yourself. And I will see you guys next time. Happy tanking.